Welcome to the Morning Download Podcast, your go-to resource for personal finance, economics, and market insights. In just 8 minutes a day, we provide valuable information to help you make better money decisions. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at https://w.morningdownload.com. Subscribe. Let's dive right in. In today's episode, we'll cover investors' excitement over the Bitcoin ETF and anticipated higher prices, the potential impact of Yemen's attacks on commercial ships on oil prices and supply chains, FedEx's missed earnings target, and plans to reduce expenses and buy back shares, the importance of health insurance for financial planning, and Warren Buffett's perspective on the significance of investors' temperament.
So, it looks like we have some interesting developments in the economy and news today. One thing that caught my attention is the potential increase in inflation. Yemen's Houthi militants have been attacking commercial ships, which has caused major disruptions in the supply chains. This has forced oil giant BP and several container shipping companies to pause transit through the Red Sea and avoid the crucial Suez Canal. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, the Red Sea is a major route for global trade, with about 15% of all trade and a whopping 30% of container trade passing through it. With these disruptions, delays are happening, and ships are being forced to take longer and costlier routes. And you know what that means? Higher prices and, in turn, higher inflation. So keep an eye on that. In other news, the Powerball jackpot is climbing up to a staggering $572 million before the next drawing on Wednesday. Imagine if you won that. And speaking of money, the Swiss regulator is calling for more powers following the collapse of Credit Suisse. I guess they want to make sure they have a better handle on things moving forward. On a positive note, U.S. housing starts have jumped to a 6-month high in November. That's certainly good news for the housing market. Now, here's something interesting. The government is proposing a new bill to regulate the use of AI. The aim is to crack down on businesses using deepfakes or other AI tools to illegally manipulate markets or engage in securities fraud. It's a sign of the times, as technology continues to evolve and present new challenges. So there's been some news about FedEx, and it's not looking too great. The company cut its full-year revenue forecast and reported quarterly profit that didn't quite meet analyst expectations. As a result, the stock took a hit, dropping about 79% after trading at $252. $55 a share. Ouch, right? Let's dive into the numbers. FedEx reported adjusted earnings of $1.01 billion or $3. 99 per share for the period, excluding items. That's a decent profit, but it fell short of what analysts were hoping for. To make matters worse, revenue fell about 3% year over year to $22. $2 billion. Not the best news for investors. Looking ahead, FedEx expects to face some challenges in 2024, such as reduced demand. Because of this, the company has lowered its guidance and expects full-year revenue to fall in the low single digits compared to the previous outlook. However, FedEx is determined to turn things around. They have plans to reduce expenses and downsize operations. Despite the somewhat bearish outlook, there are still some positive plans in the works. FedEx intends to repurchase shares worth $1 billion of common stock during fiscal year 2024, but only if the stock goes below a specific point. So they're taking steps to make things better. In other news, Tesla is facing a new challenge as competitor NIO secures a hefty $2 billion investment from Abu Dhabi's CYVN. Things are definitely heating up in the electric vehicle market. Oh, and just a quick reminder, if you're eligible, you might receive about $30 from Apple as part of the infamous $25 million settlement. So keep an eye out for that. Health insurance or medical insurance is something that should be a part of your financial plan. Depending on where you live, it may even be required by law. The purpose of health insurance is to protect you in case of medical emergencies by covering eligible procedures and costs such as surgery, hospitalization, health checkups, and more. On top of that, it can also offer you tax rebates. This is especially important as you get older because as time goes on, you're more likely to experience health issues and need medical assistance. Having insurance can provide you with a safety net and ensure that you can maintain your mental and physical well-being. The cost of health insurance varies depending on factors like your location and the benefits it offers. Unfortunately, around 20% of Americans don't have medical insurance, and the number is lower in developing economies. This is concerning because high medical bills are a leading cause of bankruptcy in the United States. In fact, about 17% of adults with healthcare debt end up losing their homes or declaring bankruptcy because of it, and 5% of bankruptcies are linked to medical expenses. Getting health insurance is a great way to protect your future and reduce the risk of going bankrupt due to unforeseen medical costs. Here are some tips on how you can save money on health insurance. First, it's important to understand that several factors can influence the cost of your health insurance, including your age, location, lifestyle, and the type of insurance you choose. You can also use tax credits to lower your premiums. For instance, if you use the health insurance marketplace, you may be eligible for an advanced premium tax credit, APTC, based on your income and household size. Check if you qualify for low-cost or free health insurance through Medicaid or the Children's Health Insurance Program, CHIP. The requirements for these programs vary by state and depend on factors like your income and household size. When filing your taxes, consider deducting your premiums. However, keep in mind that you can only deduct medical expenses that exceed 5% of your adjusted gross income, AGI. The amount you pay for your premium is directly tied to your deductible. Opting for a higher deductible can help lower your monthly premium. Consider opening a health savings account, HSA, to set aside funds for eligible health-related expenses. It's worth noting that HSA funds cannot be used for health insurance premiums, but they can be used to cover your deductible, coinsurance, copayments, and other qualifying medical costs. If you're looking to reduce your monthly premium costs, you might want to think about getting a catastrophic health insurance policy. These plans are available to individuals under 30 or those over 30 who meet certain requirements for a hardship or affordability exemption. However, keep in mind that these plans have low premiums but high deductibles. For this year, the annual deductible is $9,100 for individuals and $18,200 for families. Today's quote of the day comes from the legendary investor Warren Buffett. He once said, "The most important quality for an investor is temperament and not intellect." Now let's break down what he meant by this wise statement. When it comes to investing, it's easy to get caught up in numbers, data, and complex strategies. However, Buffett reminds us that having a strong temperament is what truly matters. In other words, it's not about how smart you are or how much you know, but rather how you react and handle yourself in the face of market volatility and uncertainty. Investing can be an emotional roller coaster, and it's during these turbulent times that an investor's temperament is put to the test. Having the ability to stay calm, rational, and disciplined is key. It's about making decisions based on long-term goals rather than succumbing to short-term market fluctuations or herd mentality. Buffett himself is a shining example of this philosophy. He has a well-known reputation for his patient and level-headed approach to investing. He focuses on value investing, looking for solid companies with a strong track record and long-term growth potential. So, as you navigate the world of investing, remember that your temperament can often outweigh your intellect. Stay cool, level-headed, and focused on your long-term goals. Happy investing!
In today's episode, we covered a range of topics, including the anticipation of higher Bitcoin prices with the excitement around Bitcoin ETF, the potential impact of Yemen's attacks on commercial ships on oil prices and supply chains, the challenges faced by FedEx with missed earnings targets and a reduced revenue forecast, the importance of health insurance for financial planning and how it can protect against bankruptcy, and finally, the wise words of Warren Buffett on how investors' temperament is key. Thanks for tuning into the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content and sign up for our free newsletter at Morning Download. Subscribe.